Why, hello everybody, it's Joycelina, and I am here on the latest 1.16 snapshot. This is 20W07A, and this is the update to the Nether, and hello. Hello! He's already interrupting. Well, I wanted to show off the new Nether. And so you can see one thing. Look at that guy. He's so cute. He's so cute. This is called a Crimson Forest. And this is called a hoglin. And this is a baby hoglin, and he's very cute. The big hoglins are still kind of cute. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, you're awfully cute. But this is the latest snapshot. They have a mortal enemy. They have a mortal enemy called a piglin. So there are hoglins and piglins. And where are all the piglins? There's some piglins. Hello, guys. Hi. And you can see these guys have their melee weapons and ranged weapons. And they will actually fight and kill the hoglins. You can tell over here. I saw some floating pork chops. Yeah, so the hoglins will drop pork chops and leather. So they are a source of both food and leather. But fortunately, they're apart from each other right now. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what the different new biomes are in the Nether update that they have in 1.16. The old Nether area is now called the Nether Wastes. And in fact, I think the Nether Waste is still your only location for glowstone. I have not seen glowstone populate in the new biomes. So that should be interesting. But you can see this is a pretty small forest, just not as big as some. But this is called a Crimson Forest. And these are our crimson trees. And I have a box over here of stuff to show you that these trees, these blocks are pretty much like anything else. This is a crimson stem, and its leaves are the wart blocks, so the typical nether wart blocks that you've seen. And then they have these nice dangly weeping nether vines coming off of them. They will only grow on the crimson nylium. Nylium, is that how you pronounce it? I guess so. So the crimson nylium is the only way that it will grow. In fact, let me show you. I gotta get me some bone meal. Bone meal is found. Where's bone meal found? Nope, not there. Oh yeah, here. So you can only grow these. You can use them using a crimson fungi. Here, let's go over here. Nope. Oh, that's because that was the nether wart. Doesn't grow on the nether wart, won't go on nether rack. It will only grow on the crimson nylium. And if you bone meal it, eventually it grows into a crimson tree. So it's going to be easy to get more of those if you have these. And I think so you can even take these to the overworld and build yourself a crimson tree farm. And you get all of these blocks, very, very purplish. These are not your typical wood colors, so I think these would be great in fantasy builds. I can see that going, and that's what I want to talk about. Probably in the next episode, we'll go over trying to do a little bit of building with this and what these blocks might go with. It does have another light source, which is the shroom light, so you can also use that as a lighting source. I don't know. I probably should have researched, so my apologies. I don't know how bright this is compared to like glowstone. Let's go see. Actually, let's just pull up some glowstone here. See if we can tell much of a difference between the two. Definitely like the look of it better. So I'd say about the same, maybe a little bit lighter. So it's not going to be, or excuse me, a little bit darker. So it won't get, this seems like it's casting off a little bit more light, but definitely love the look. Again, this is going to be for more of a fantasy build. I can see utilizing the shroom light. Or if you're going to cover it up with a block, let's say you wanted to cover it up with a crimson trapdoor, just like you would any other. That could be another way of utilizing that. So this is a crimson forest. Now this has a counterpart. Let me come over here. I found one not too far from here. Right over here. And this is called a warped forest. And these are warped trees. And so very similar. We've got a few more blocks. So you have these warped roots, and then these little baby things are called nether sprouts. But this is the same type of thing, only it's blue, and a very, very bright blue. So again, you have your warped stem, stripped warped stem, and then you have warped nylium or nylium, and then you have the same type of blocks that you would with any type of wood type. What is interesting about this is just the juxtaposition of the two colors. So you can see some of the crimson colors are in here in the wood, in the stem, and vice versa. So you'll get this warped color is within the stem area in the crimson forest. So those are the two biggest differences, and there is one other biome. And on this map, it happens to be right smack dab in the middle. Let's see if I can find where I put my little block to share with you. Oh, I think, no, is this it? Yes, this is it. This is the other area. This is called a soul sand valley. And so you have your typical soul sand, but then you have this wavy textured item, which is soul soil. I was going to say soul dirt, but it's not the same. So you have soul soil. Another thing you have is you can see these tall pillars. This is basalt. So you can see it almost feels like it's falling down and it's creating a puddle of basalt that has hardened in the heat down here. So this is basalt, which is, I'm not sure what the uses are going to be, but it's directional. So you can, kind of like with logs, you can, depending on how you sit it, it looks a different way. So I think that's very interesting. Might be a very good roofing material is what I can see using that for. That's the basalt. Also wanted to share with you that the interesting thing about the soul soil is that you can light it on fire. But different than the netherrack, which when you light netherrack on fire, you get the red flame. Over here, you can get this blue flame, which is very, very cool. So depending on what type of building you're doing, this can be a pretty cold feeling, ominous fire. So definitely like that. So that goes with the soul soil. You can get those blocks. Interestingly, another use for the soul soil is making a special torch. You can make a soul fire torch by having coal, a stick, and then the soul soil at the bottom, and you'll get a soul fire torch. And then if you wrap the torch around an iron, just like you would a normal lantern, you get a soul fire lantern. Now these are not as bright as a regular torch, but if you put this in an igloo or in a snow biome, it will not melt your snow. Oh, and look, it won't place on the soul sand. Interesting. What happens if you light soul sand on fire? You can't. Oh, so much experimenting to do. The final piece of this update is definitely an interesting block. Let me see, I'm going to come down here. A mineable block. So you will now have a reason to do strip mining in the Nether. And that's going to be for this new block. Let me show you. I dug up a big area. This is actually, I dug up a chunk and I didn't find what I was looking for. So this is a very, very rare item. It is going to be more rare than diamond. It's called ancient debris. So another interesting looking block, very, very rare. Best to find it around Y level 15. And there's an interesting thing you can do with this. So it takes diamond pick to mine it. So if you're in survival, you will need a diamond pick in order to mine this block. What you'll get is you can use it by putting it in a blast furnace. And once you do that, you'll get a netherite scrap. So it's a 1-for-1. So 1 ancient debris equals 1 netherite scrap. Then you take 4 netherite scraps along with 4 golden ingots. You can craft them in a crafting table anyway, and you will get a netherite ingot. So just a single ingot. So 4 of these are used to make a single ingot. And so you can use your ingots, and that's what you see me wearing here. Whoops, wrong button. I have netherite armor on. Now don't freak out, because I'd be thinking, oh my gosh, that's so rare. How long would it take you to just get a chest plate of netherite? A netherite chest plate would take forever. But alas, fear not. So these are all, you can craft all the tools and all the armor with it. But all it does is it takes a diamond version of what it is you want, along with a single netherite ingot, will give you that netherite item. So a chest plate, you don't need 8 netherite. You just need 8 diamonds. Create the diamond chest plate along with 1 netherite ingot, and then you'll get that netherite chest plate. So that's the latest update as we know it so far. Very excited to have new blocks to build with, new armor that's much stronger than diamond, about time, new lighting sources. So really, really great. And I'm going to see if I can take some time and do a little bit of building. So in the next episode of being able to take a look at 1.16, I hope to show you some designs and kind of what blocks go with what. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave it a like. And if you want, hit that bell to be notified when I randomly, every now and then, post up a video. So with that, I'll say, I'll see you next time. Oops, I made a hole.